Hey, what's up, you guys? Listen, nobody cares. Come and sit down. We got to talk. Diddy's lawyer has quit, but he has quit citing ethical concerns. You guys, we asked around. We tried to see what was going on, and we think we may have gotten to the bottom of it. Y'all, yes, this has everything to do with the superseding indictment. But first of all, let's talk about these ethical concerns because, baby, yeah. Okay, so where do we start? If you guys don't know, Diddy's lawyer submitted a document to the court. I'm going to go live to go over the court papers. I just want to give you a quick synopsis of what I found. And he basically said there is no ethical way he can move forward. Now, for those in the legal community, it put up their antennas because they were like, what do you mean there's no ethical way you can stay on the case? That is beyond it's a conflict of interest. That is beyond, oh, I'm not doing anything. That is beyond anything. That is basically saying that there is something nefarious, maybe underfoot. Y'all, let's get into this because I know y'all like, what does this mean? What does it mean? Well, I asked illegal Eagles, some of the best, to see what it means. And they had a few things to say, okay? They say, first of all, this is a very salacious scenario, okay? Now, he might have withdrawn from representing Diddy for several reasons, but get this, guys, all of them are dramatic. Let me get into my, listen, they're saying it's hinting at underlying scandals or maybe even ethical breaches, most likely, or explosive conflicts. What are the explosive conflicts? That the lawyer is now representing one of Diddy's co-defendants, maybe, but we'll get into that scenario too. Okay. Let's get into the most juiciest possibilities, and then we will go on live later and discuss this in detail. Discovery of Diddy's criminal conduct. A lot of people, I talked about, honestly, 11 lawyers, most of them actually said they think this is the most likely one. They're saying that Rico might have uncovered evidence that Diddy committed crimes beyond the charges at hand, which means, remember how the judge and the prosecution was like, mofo, you are still engaging in criminal activity. That's why you sitting there in jail. Knock it off. Looks like Diddy may not, in fact, have knocked it off. And he is still running his RICO organization from behind bars. Especially because if these alleged crimes involve lying directly to the attorney, who is Rico, I know that's his name, last name is Rico. Lying to Rico or trying to use Rico or even Mark Agnifilio to further illegal activities. They think that you can well imagine that he's discovered that Diddy was running a hidden operation or tampering with witnesses or running his criminal organization from inside jail. And they asked this lawyer to pass messages along to participate. Now, we know Mark Agnifilio, according to the prosecution, participated in activity that the prosecution is saying is no bueno, but it looks like he tried to get Rico in something in and beyond. I do want to say this. Rico, you don't care about black men? What happened? Isn't it funny that like all of Diddy's black counsel has quit and now they still making the race argument? I want to hear what the black man that left Diddy has to say. Anyway, they said ethical dilemmas or complicity concerns. Now, they're saying another one, and this was like the second most one that came up. Rico might fear becoming complicit in unethical or even, they think, flat out illegal behavior. They're like, Tisa, imagine Rico, the lawyer, realizing that Diddy wants to present false evidence or commit perjury. The risk of losing their license or even worse, facing criminal charges themselves will force him to bail out on the case. Oh, but you guys, it's not over. There's a few other scenarios. We are going to go all over them in detail in the live. They said there might actually be a conflict, explosive personal conflicts. Maybe that's what's happening. They said it's not uncommon. Like, for instance, Diddy refusing to follow legal advice, Diddy lying to him, or, and this is the kicker, Diddy threatening him. Okay? This could hint at behind the scenes chaos where Rico just no longer trusts Diddy. Now, they are saying that another reason why a lawyer might say this is that they ain't paying the bills or broken agreements, all right? They're saying that Diddy might be refusing to pay legal fees because he's like, you haven't done anything for me. I'm not paying you. Or if it's paired with whispers of financial fraud or mismanagement. Okay, now get this. They said also you have to look at the government investigation or pressure. They said, now this is a really salacious twist. RICO might have discovered that they, right? I mean like Agnifili and them, or even their firm is under investigation for their connection to Diddy and what they've been helping Diddy with. Imagine, they're like Cites, imagine RICO realizing that they're being watched by the FBI for potential obstruction of justice or even money laundering. Mark Agnifili, what are you up to? What are you cooking up with Diddy? Is he going to take the Agnifili law firm down? You better tighten up, because Cutie Patootie, Luigi Mangione needs your wife locked in and focused. That boy needs to be free. They're also saying that it might be moral or even reputation concerns. They're saying Diddy's actions might be so heinous or publicly condemned that he fears representing him will permanently damage his reputation. Now, I don't think that can true. I don't think that is true. And I was like, but he already knew what Diddy was on trial for, and everybody kind of knew. And they said, yeah, but Tisa, if RICO suspected that Diddy is guilty of something even worse than what's publicly known, he might be cutting out there because, one, he doesn't want his reputation soiled, or maybe he thinks he's fighting a losing battle and he doesn't want to be in charge with that. Last but not least is internal team fallout. They said behind the scenes power struggles within the defense team could also be what led him to stepping down, especially if RICO disagreed with Mark Agnifilio's strategy or believes that Mark Agnifilio is headed toward disaster. I know, it's a lot. Listen, we're going to go over all this in the live, but listen, in the document, which I'll go over live, RICO, where's it? I have notes, said the reason for not, he cited attorney-client privilege as the reason for not revealing specific details, which is often a clue that something really spicy is going down behind the scenes. The language about not being able to continue consistent with the ABA standards for criminal justice could suggest ethical violations or a breakdown in trust, and this could hint at discovering misconduct, irreconcilable differences with the client, or something that would jeopardize his professional integrity if he stayed on the case. Listen, again, if this was like a made-for-TV drama, they're basically saying that they could have found out that Diddy tried to bribe a witness. Is he not in jail for that? Committed crimes while he was in jail. Is not the prosecution saying that? Or even planned? Listen, and this is the spicy one that I want to discuss, even planned to throw the lawyers under the bus to save himself. Listen, and get this, the fact that the government takes no position on the withdrawal, and we'll talk about that, might suggest that they actually know something juicy is going on too, but it's staying out of it for now. Y'all, listen, Diddy's case is warming up. You know, the judge said they have till March 17th for the prosecution to name the co-defendants and drop the rest of the superseding indictments. If you thought that was all they had on Diddy, baby, think again. And all Diddy can say is, y'all trying to keep a black man down. Shut up, Diddy. On behalf of the black delegation, you just call yourself a man. We are still waiting for the Latinos, the whites, the Asians, the indigenous. We are waiting on whoever. Congregations, talk among yourselves. We are doing a draft. We'll take whoever you want to send over, but you got to take Diddy. You got to take Diddy. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.